Hello, everyone. Welcome. Um, how is everyone doing today? I'm going to wait just a few minutes for some people to show up in the live. Okay, so hi, Granny and Connie. Welcome. So glad they are here. Today, as you can see, I'm not working on turkey for Thanksgiving. I've got one more square up there, and then I'm thinking about putting it away until Granny starts working on hers. Then I'll have it almost completed, but not quite. How'd you get in here? Stardust is in here. She snuck in. Hi, Margie. How are you? Susan? Did Susan come in and I miss her? Morning, Jeannie. Welcome. So glad that you're here. Miss Bell, how are you? Thank you so much for that. I enjoy doing those each year, even though this year I procrastinated way too much on it and didn't get mine in until the last minute. But before we get started, I'm going to move this one out of the way here in just a second. But these are what I am working on. I'm working on these for my mother-in-law. She loves stuff like this. And she does a lot of like journals and stuff like that. So I think that these will be perfect for her. But first, I'm going to move this one because I've got the plastic up on that one. I'm going to show y'all. Let me cover up the address on this. This is something that Margie sent me. Some friend mail that Margie sent me. Like I said, I've been really busy and haven't been able to do as many videos as I would like. Ouch! Stardust, what are you doing? But anyway, I did take a peek and I cheated and grabbed one of these out the other day while I was in Fayetteville with my mother-in-law. So anyway, she sent me a cute little card and I have read it. Good morning, Denise. How are you? Did I miss somebody? Jen? Welcome. But she sent me this really pretty card. It's purple, of course, one of my favorite colors between purple and pink. And I even got some little dragons. Aren't those just so cute? I've got a few of my trays that do not have stickers on them, so I will probably put these on my stickers. Thank you so much, Margie. And it says, Merry Christmas, V and family. Thank you for being you and a great friend. I love this. Thank you so much. The card is going to go on my little board. It's actually a box right now because I want to get a bulletin board eventually to put all these on so I can move them from my different rooms. But that is just so adorable. I love it. Thank you so much. And then I definitely have enough of my twist and pick pins with the little copper tip on them. Well, if I can get this envelope back in here, it's not being very nice right now and not wanting to cooperate. Hey! But she sent me a whole bag of these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there was one more in here. Like I said, I cheated and took one out while I was in Fayetteville because while I was waiting on my mother-in-law, I forgot my pens. But she sent me 10 of these pens. So thank you so, so much. It is an awesome gift. I love these pens. Even though for this one, right now I'm using this pen, it's I can't even say that. Maybe y'all can see it. Maybe if it's, there it is. YACIG pen. These are similar to those, but they're not quite the same. But how did everyone, it is a lot of pens. How did everyone's holiday go? I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. DAC shopping? Yes. I've had to cut myself off from ordering a whole lot of DAC. I've got to get caught back up from Christmas with the kids and everything else. Yes, I can, and I've got plenty to work on. I still have yet to kit up my year-long project because I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I kind of want to do the cat that I got from DP Over, but then again, I kind of want to do a round drill so that I have a little bit of difference in the drill because Snow Castle is the square drill. And then this one is a square drill, but I'll be putting it away for a while. And then I have Woodland Panorama, which I've got to start working on it a little bit again because I've got it almost done. I've got it done to about the same point that I've got turkey for Thanksgiving. So I need to start working on it and getting it finished. By the time I finish it, though, I think it's going to be my year-long project without plan for last year. Yes, and it is so pretty. I love it. I do have Firebird Panorama, and then I have the Polar one as well. I'm just waiting to see if they come out with one like Spirit or Wind. Well, I hope she has a happy birthday. Thank you so much, Miss Bell, for stopping by. Stardust, I know you want up in my lap, but I have black pants on today, and I'll have fur all over them. Stardust is sitting here with her legs up. She's got her front paws up on my leg, wanting attention. She knows as soon as I start my live, that's when she needs to come over here and get attention. Ah. 200 colors? Which one is that? I I have not done a painting with 200 colors yet. I think the most that I've had in a painting is like 93. Oh, I love Josephine Wall. I've got several of the Diamond Art Clubs, but I've never ordered one from anywhere else. So that is a lot of colors on that one. But these bookmarks, I'm going to take to work with me to work on these during my lunch. I don't know how many other people do this, but I absolutely love using binder clips. I use them for all kinds of stuff. This one's just holding the plastic on there because I only want to do half of this at a time. Otherwise, this plastic will come off, and I'm going to put them back in the bag and put them in the case. That way everything's all together. Oh, I bet that one is a really pretty one. I'm going to have to look that one up. Morning, Julie. How are you? Welcome. So glad that you're here. Me too. See, that was another one that I'm kind of debating for on my list of a year-long project because I've got like, I think it's around 5 Josephine walls. I've got the Posse one for my birthday. I've got Snow Queen, Spirit of Flight. I love that painting. I've loved that painting since I first saw it on a card, a greeting card whenever I was younger. Snow Queen, Spirit of Flight, Pisces, Mask of Love, I think. And I think there's one more that I have. I will have to go and check that out. I've never went to that site, I don't think. I've thought about it, and I've seen lots of stuff from there. What are you She's like, pet me now. She's giving me, I can't say puppy dog eyes, but she's got those big green eyes just looking at me like, you know you want to pet me. But so my holiday went okay. I went and saw my mom for the first part of it. She was in a pretty good mood. And we talked for for a little while. We brought her gift, and it was okay. I'll try to put that on my list of videos. Starting next week, I should be a little bit less busy, so I'll be able to put more videos out. I will do that for y'all. I've got to go through and make a list of all of my paintings and kind of put them in some type of order anyway, because my binder I've got all my sticker sheets in is just, they're not in any type of order whatsoever. So I really need to do that, so that would give me a start on getting all of my paintings together. But yeah, we went to see Mom. It was me, Lexi, Joshua, and her 2 kids, Mo and Patrick. So she got to see the great grandbabies, and I think she really enjoyed us coming in there. I wish I could have stayed a little bit longer, but the kids were getting a little rambunctious, and Mo is starting to be a handful now. All 12? I've only got one so far, but it's pretty close to needing to be another one added. Morning, Beth. How are you? Welcome. But anyway, we went and saw her for a little bit, and she got to see the grandbabies. She seemed like she was in a really good mood. But then, right before we were leaving to go over to my mother-in-law's for Christmas dinner and everything. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Welcome. Um. Anyway, as soon we were fixing to leave for that, my brother calls me and asks me, "Have you went to see Mom today?" And I was like, "Yeah, we went there earlier this morning to see her. Why?" And he was like, "Well, I asked her if you'd been by, and she told me no. She said the one with the two kids came by, but I hadn't came by." That kind of put me in a little bit of a more somber mood, but I'm glad that she was in a really good mood while I was there, though, and she loved seeing the baby, which Mo is not much of a baby anymore. He's actually 4 years old. I cannot believe he's that old now. But I am so he was just a handful. He is so hyper right now. I think once he starts school, which he'll have to wait for school until he's 6 because his birthday is in October. Yes, very much so. And I think the part he's also starting to get a little bit jealous of his baby brother, even though he's a year old now. Lexi actually posted a picture the other day where she was saying, I think the jealousy is starting to kick in because he poured a bottle of juice on his brother's head. Yes, I I really do get kind of stressed out whenever for the Christmas holidays and stuff sometimes. Um, I enjoy seeing all the family and all the kids and everything, but I am so happy whenever it's over with. Hi, Sandra. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. Yes, the baby is a year old, my youngest grandson. And Axel actually just turned 8 on the 19th, so he had his birthday last week. And Courtney was telling me I had to order Axel's birthday present. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but it didn't show up. It'll be here Monday instead. Well, anyway, we went out to Walmart and I let him pick out a toy for him because it wasn't going to be there on his birthday. And he went in there and he picked out a toy. And whenever he got home, after I had left, his mom told me, he said, I got this for Bubba because I get my Christmas present the day after Christmas, or my birthday present the day after Christmas. That way we can both have a Batman thing. And and I'm like, that's really sweet, but it was supposed to be his gift, but he picked out something for his older brother. Him and Aiden get along pretty good unless they are playing games together, then it's like it's a battle sometimes. Hey Grams, how are you? Welcome. Stardust, your claws hurt. You know that? She's like, well, quit. If you stop petting me, that's what happens. Yes. Sharing is caring. But yeah, he bought that because he was getting something Batman. He thought his brother would need something Batman as well. But and I've still got to go and get him one more thing for a Christmas present because I messed up. We had a Minecraft card game for him, but that Minecraft card game kept crashing the Walmart system, so we couldn't buy it. I think I told y'all about that last week or on one of my whipping chats. I cannot remember. Hold on a second. I'll get Stardust up here. You want to come up here, huh? She's all fluffy now. Let me move this out of the way. Want to look up? Oops, wrong way. Ignore my messy desk. She's gotten really, really fluffy for the winter time now. They're all saying hi to you, and now that you're up here, no, you gotta stay away. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. Okay, you're fine. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Yeah, she's all happy now that she's up here. Getting all of her attention. Huh. She is a very much attention. She wants attention all the time. As soon as I walk out in the morning, she's meowing. Josh can be out there and she's quiet until she sees me. Okay. Come on. Here, you can sit in my lap. Okay. I want to getting stuck to my bookmark here. Thank you so much. I actually have a painting that reminds me of her so much. Actually, I've got a few, but she definitely is. And the thing is, she was actually Lexi's cat. But she decided whenever Lexi actually bought a house down the road from me, and Lexi tried to take her home. She kept coming back here. You're so welcome. So, and now, since she's living in a town that's about an hour away, and her boyfriend, fiance, is slightly allergic to cats, she just stays here. She's happy here. And come to think of it, she was Lexi's cat, and Bullet was actually Lexi's dog. We got Bullet specifically for Lexi. But when my mom was living with us, Bullet took an absolute bonded so much with my mom, and he pretty much became her dog. And then whenever she had to go to the nursing home, now he switched to me. He follows me all over the house. Every room that I go in, he's right there. It's like he can be sleeping. I have this red pillow, and it's pretty sad looking now. I need to get him a new one. But it's just this red pillow. He scratches the top of it and everything to get all comfy in it. And every time I switch where I do most of my filming at, because my craft room gets so cold during the winter. Yes, she's very happy. She's purring away here. But every time I switch my craft room on where we're going, hold on. I just shut the door. She jumped. I can see that. But by the time that they got together, she had already made her home here, so. And they kind of compromised. I guess eventually she's going to get a bunny. They have 3 dogs, I believe. And then she said that she's going to get a bunny soon. They've just got to get everything. They've got to get everything ready for it. But yeah, she made herself at home here now. Sometimes she drives me crazy, though. It's like I can't even get my cup of coffee in. They are, very much so. And with her, I only have to clean her litter box like once every couple of months. And don't get me wrong, it's not because she uses it that often. It's because she doesn't use it. She actually goes outside through the doggy door, and she goes and does her business outside, so she very rarely uses the litter box. There was only one exception to that last year, whenever she got sick and she had some really bad tummy issues. And I believe what it was she used to eat the Special Kitty Gourmet cat food, and it was terrible because she was having trouble making it even to the litter box, much less outside. So at night, we would have to keep her in the bathroom, and she was not happy at that at all. But I switched her cat food. Right now, I think she eats Friskies. And sometimes I'll put a different one in there, but she does fine with it too. It depends. Sometimes they're out of one of them. But yeah, she's doing so much better now, and she always goes outside. She never has an accident in the house, and like I said, she rarely uses her litter box. But she, even from the time that Lexi brought her home to here, she's never really been one to use the litter box. She always has preferred to go outside. We didn't train her that way. That's just what she does. And she'll come in the mornings after being outside, and I don't know if she crawls underneath the shed or what, but she'll come in and the bottom of her coat is so wet with dew. And it's like, where have you been? And then she'll want to get up in my lap first thing, and I was like, nope, not until you dry off a little bit. But yes, cats are so much easier to take care of. You want down? She's like, nope, I don't want down. What are you thinking? Where did that come from? I've got a little staple that came out of something. I don't know what it came out of. Throw it in the trash right there. And Patrick was in here taking a nap in his pack and play. And I have just a little piece of the plastic left on the Turkey for Thanksgiving canvas. Very true. And somehow he pulled that plastic off of it and set his bottle up there while he was taking a nap and got upset because he couldn't get to it. But he didn't mess up the canvas or anything. He just took off the plastic on me. Ouch. Okay. You want out? Here. Go on. Okay. Stardust has left the building. I'm going to zoom this back in a little bit. Yeah, on my twin health, I'm almost, not quite, but almost 12 pounds down from whenever I started. It's kind of slowed down, but it's pretty steady at about a pound a week. So I'm good with that. I really am. So I'm really happy about that. I didn't do so good on my exercise this week. I just got really busy. Thank you so much, Kathy and Jen and Margie. I am really excited about it because actually I'm not hungry at all, which is one of the biggest problems that I've had before. Okay, these are L's. Make sure I don't have a 7 so I know whether I need to put a line underneath that or not. I've got a lot of L's on this one. This is pretty much the whole background on this bookmark. Now I'm finding stardust hairs everywhere. Thank you, Julie. That is very true. I don't want to lose it too fast, but it's actually working really well. One of the hardest things that I've found is whenever I go out, especially whenever I'm taking Joshua to work and I stay up there, trying to find places where I can eat and still get full without getting something that I can't have. Yes, and actually I'm feeling a lot better. Even that 11 pounds so far has made a difference. So I'm good with that. But Courtney was telling me about pizza parlor in the town that my son works in. And she said they have a really good salad bar and it's really cheap. So I tried that yesterday whenever I went to take him to work. And she was right. The salad bar by itself, not with the buffet, they do have a pizza buffet too. But the salad bar by itself was $4. It wasn't that expensive at all. Of course, I ate inside, so I did leave a tip, but I did not think that price was bad, because if I go to Subway and get a salad, it's like $9, $10. Yes, it's an all-you-can-eat salad bar. And then I don't know how much the buffet with the pizza and everything is, but they have that as well. And I thought that it was great. It's a small bowl to start out with, but you can go back as many times as you want. Which I only ate, I think I got 2 bowls, which is about 2 cups. But it was a really good price on it. I was really, really surprised. So that might be my once a week go-to place. Except for next week, because he has to be there at 9. So he's just going to ride up with my husband, Josh. And then I will pick him up. But whenever I pick him up, I'll have all 3 of the kids with me, because they are out of school for Christmas break. But I was really happy with that, because I was trying to find places. Now I can go to like Burger King and get a Whopper or basically any of the burgers without the bun. And I would just get that and take my keto hamburger buns with me, but I don't know what it is about the keto bread. I've got to have it toasted. So that might be something that I'll look into in the future, figuring out a way that I can toast the buns whenever I'm out and about. I do have my little propane stove that I use whenever I go camping. That might be an idea. Just go to the park and if I'm going to do that, though, I'll just bring the stuff to fix my lunch. But how long? We've already been on here 39 minutes. This live goes by so quick every week. I'm wondering how busy we will be at work tonight. whether it's going to be a slow night or if we're going to be really busy. Since it's a couple days after Christmas, I'm thinking more along the lines that we won't be that busy, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Oops. Okay. I think I'm going to have to take the baby wipe to this one because I pushed the wax a little bit too far out. I don't know. I've never seen one if they do. Not normally, not after Christmas. We're normally slow for a little bit. Probably a couple of weeks, but I don't know if they got everything in the last 2 days to restock and stuff. Because if I worked the day after Christmas, normally that day is really, really busy because you get all the people who missed their appointments and were closed down. The only days of the year that we close down is Thanksgiving and Christmas. And Thanksgiving has only been the last few years that they actually closed down. We used to always work on Thanksgiving as well. Or the company that I worked for did anyway. I've never really had to work Thanksgiving because I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But it's only been the last few years that they've actually closed down for that. But once we get stocked up and stuff, I don't think it'll be as busy, at least for a couple weeks. So I'm hoping that we're decently busy, but you never know. Okay. Now you've got me thinking, Kathy. I'm really going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to go. Let's see if I can do it without having this connect to my phone. We're going to find out if they have for that. I put in battery operated toaster, but it's just giving me regular toasters. I do have my Jackery. I wonder what let's see. If it'll tell me how many watts. It's 900 watts, so it would take a big chunk of my Jackery battery, but it would run it. That might just be an idea. It is a good little break, although it's the worst time for that little break in a way because you spend all the money for Christmas and then you're trying to get caught up. I might have to look into that. I didn't realize my Jackery would run one of those. I think in a couple weeks I'm going to be trying that out. Because I've got a small little toaster similar to this out in the camper. It's only a one a 1-slot one, but I'm definitely going to have to try that out. See if that works. Oh, look. I'm going to be nosy and see what my brother has in the cart. No, he's looking at more security cameras for the shop. Okay. Yeah, my brother we use the Amazon account for the shop because I have most of my stuff sent there anyway. So eventually, one day, I'm going to get a post office box. Especially with all the stuff that gets stolen off of porches and stuff. He does have a box there that it gets put in, which the other this was funny. I don't know if I told y'all this. I know I told Margie. Add a toaster to his order. I should. But anyway, the other day, he has this box that he has the mail carriers and everything put in, and it's a pretty good size box. Now, it will not hold a really big diamond painting in it, but it's a pretty good size box. That he has all the packages to be delivered to whenever he's not there, because a lot of times he's out on a record haul or he's out repoing. But anyway, the other day they delivered like 4 packages, and I went down to check and see if the one that Margie had sent me, the one that I showed y'all earlier, was in it, and it was. So, and he wasn't there. So I went ahead and took my package, and then I took the other ones and took them inside, trying to be nice, and just put them on the desk. Well, his daughter came down there to get all the Christmas packages, and they were gone. So I about gave him a heart attack because I moved them inside. Because I moved them inside the shop. And I was like, okay, next time I will tell you if I move stuff inside. But I didn't mean to scare him, but after the fact, it's kind of funny. Because he was about ready to call the post office and everything. Or he might have already done it. I actually think he might have already done it because he was on the phone. I guess he had me on a 3-way call with somebody, and I think it might have been the post office. Apparently, they had like three other reports of packages missing that same day. So, but all was good. And I want to get this. I was down at the post office the other day. I was mailing something. I can't remember if it was for my brother or if it was something of mine. But anyway, I went down to the post office and there was a line. And they were talking about something, and the postmaster clerk, mentioned, somebody said something about back in the days. And I guess in the 1800s, I want to find this article. I want her to give me a picture or take a picture or something of the article. I'm going to ask her next time I'm there. But apparently they could ship children through the mail to other family members and stuff. And I've been trying to look it up, and she said there was an article hanging up in there about it. And I want to get a picture of that article. I would love to share that with y'all. But that was just, it's unbelievable of some of the stuff that they might have done back then. Yeah, it was well back in the 1800s. I want to get a picture of the article. I tried looking it up and I could not find it. But that was something. Of course, they wouldn't be in a box or anything like that, but you could actually, they would actually send them through the mail to other relatives' houses and stuff. I know. But I'm going to have to ask her if she'll give me a picture if it's allowed, because this picture is hanging up in their offices or something back there. Yeah, I thought that that was just, it's like, no, they couldn't have done that. But she said, yeah, they really did send children through the mail to other relatives and stuff. Yep, definitely not any overnight. But I figure it might have been something like whenever they have unaccompanied minors on a plane. Maybe it was something like that. But I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I hope to find out more about it. So maybe next week, whenever I go down there, I'll see if she'll give me a picture. Or maybe if she can copy that article or tell me where the article was placed at, if I can look it up online. What time are we at? We are at 52 minutes. We got about 3 or 4 minutes left before I actually have to get ready and go to work. It might be, I've still got to fix all my lemon water and everything. Fix my lunch for the night. Yeah, August, my brother is pretty good. If I want something for the shop, he'll get it for me down there. Like, I've got my Keurig down there, which I haven't been using it lately. I have my 1 cup of coffee in the mornings. But if I ask him, he would probably go ahead and tell me to order the toaster for down there. Put air holes in the box, yes. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. I'll have to ask her more about it. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? So is Diamond Art Club even releasing anything this week? I don't think I've seen anything about any releases. Because I know there's a few weeks after Christmas that they're not right in a row, but a few times they don't release for a couple weeks here and there because they put out all of those new releases before. But I don't know. Or maybe any, yeah, that's the same with me. I was really, really curious about it. But she had a whole line of people in there, so I didn't want to ask her about it right then. You're safe. There's no cats? haven't even looked. I wasn't sure. I haven't even heard anything about it. I haven't checked Dreamer Designs either. I can't. I am trying my hardest to stay away from them. Now, don't go and tell me that, Jeannie. Now I'm going to have to go and look. Oh, is Jen leaving? Thank you so much, Jim, for stopping by. You know, Lexi was mentioning that one. I didn't know if it was a new release, but you're right. I just don't think I did not particularly like that painting. The chicken nugget or the kitten nuggets. I love anything mystical and like dragons and fairies and unicorns. I love all that stuff. I think I love like Hannah Lynn and Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Love all those. I agree. I was driving whenever she saw it, so I didn't really look at it, but you're right. That sounds so wrong. What? Okay, so we're at 57 minutes and I have got to go get ready for work. I so much appreciate everybody stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Oh, I bet that's pretty. I will have to look. There's a flying ace Snoopy. That seems like it would be adorable, but I bet that it has a lot of color blocking of white. I am hoping, Granny. Anyway, everyone take care. I will see y'all all next week in the live if you are here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Everyone have a good weekend and take care, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.